Hello everybody, it's the Harbinger. This is Board Game Arena, and I am currently searching for a random player to play, and I'm going to talk you through my thinkings and such. Okay, so we are playing a decently rated player, and hopefully this cough will go away, and let's see what our opening hand is here. We have some good cards in the opening here, so we can certainly make this work. I think I prefer ecologist here over wetland scientist because we don't have too many of these cards fitting, and ecologist is decently easy to hit 4 points on, and also decently easy to hit 6. So I think that's going to be good, especially since we have resource advantage here in the American Red Start. And I'd also like to just keep the American coat here. Now that's 2 birds to keep. Let's look at what's available here in the round ends. We have a bird for this. We have a bird for this. We have nothing for this, but I think we're gonna get there in time. Then the question is, do we keep the Bevix Wren just so we have a bird to put eggs into for the first round and goal? And I think it's okay. We can keep these 3 cards and still get and still have enough food to play the red start early, and then we can put this guy back and forth between the forest and wetlands in the early game here, and it should be good for us. Okay, so we keep the food to play the red start in the early game here, keep ecologist, and let's see what our opponent is doing first things first. I think for us playing the red start first is great, then we try to take food to play the Wren, and okay, the opponent's going for drawing more cards. That usually indicates they didn't really start with too much on hand, they care to keep around. Or maybe they did. They only have a single worm in their hands, so maybe they got like one of those very cheap forest birds that allows you to draw more worms from every action. If they do, then I hope that we can have an equally okay start here, but that should also mean that they shouldn't be too much interested in picking up worms from the bird feeder themselves, so we should decently easy get the worms for our Wren down anytime soon here. So the realistic gameplay decisions I think they're going to make, I think they're going to put eggs into the grab and start to draw some cards. Either that or they're gonna play the bird they are also keeping in hand. Maybe they're looking to maybe pick up the California Condor. It would help them to get up to 2 cards here. It would help me to get up to 3 food dice. So it could be okay for both of us, but they decide to play out. It's a chipping sparrow. Okay, so not quite what I was guessing they had here, but I guess that is fine. Would we care about a California Condor? Maybe. We don't have to pick up any more food to play it out, so that's a really great thing. Basically, we have 2 food generated in the forest now, and we can pick this up and then have 3 foods in the forest in future. We don't need too much of the foods here. We need one. We need the grain, but we don't need all the stuff. So if the opponent takes food, we don't really care about that either. So I think I will pick up this California Condor here, just because we want to have at least 9 cards played in this early square here, and I think the California Condor is just going to help us get a lot of more value out of our future actions here. But it also reduces the chance we get to play the Bevix Wren in time, because we need to, and also in time to get eggs on it, because we do need to play this guy out here, but we are getting 3 food dice a turn after playing this guy out now. So if we take 2 turns to pick up the total correct amount of foods here, we should still be able to play it out pretty decently fast. And they have a Mallard here. Okay, not too too crazy about that. They are netting 3 cards a turn here, and they get to look at the 4th. So yeah, they have a decent opener here, but let's see. Birds that eat grain, we have 2 of them in hand, or 3 more passerine birds. So passerine birds, there are some of them in the trade, but we can't really figure out this. I guess a lot of the passerine birds also eat grain, so I'm just gonna take bird feeder here. We have 2 of them in hand, so 3 more of these should be easier than 3 more of these. And both the passerine and the and the bird feeder birds usually score a little bit worse than other birds, so we can't really think about that either. But grain-eating birds are usually a lot cheaper to play out, in that it's easier to get those kinds of foods. So I think I think it fits well with the ecologist round and goal. Opponent draws some cards. I guess drawing card for them is good because they get so many cards out of this action, and then they can in the future utilize these additional cards to draw a second food. So I get why they are doing this. We are looking for 2 worms and a grain. We have to pick up this cherry to get a chance to hit that, but I think in two actions here we should be able to get enough food to play this guy out, and then we can play this guy out in the 3rd turn and lay eggs on him the 4th turn, and we should have excess food to lay even more eggs, so we should be able to have 3 eggs here, while the opponent can at most have 2 with the current setup. Dependent, of course, a good reroll here, and it's not a good reroll. Okay. That is annoying. I am going to take the worm here, and we're gonna pick up a rodent on the red start. So I guess we have 1 of the correct foods and 2 wrong foods. So we already have enough to almost play this guy. We just need either 1 more correct food or 2 more wrong foods to make it happen. And I guess we can. I guess we have to start by taking 2 wrong foods here, and the red start will hopefully re-roll into either a worm or a grain. No! Okay, that is very annoying. Very, very annoying. So basically, all the food advantage we have is just completely tossed out of the window because of the bird feeder not cooperating. That is... I'd love to state an opinion on that, but I don't think we should. We need to swear on this channel here, but it's not the it's not an ideal opening per se. We can still do it. So the question is it worth it for us to spend so many more foods just to get on the board for this thing? And I think yes, we are overpaying a lot for this, but we need 1 of these birds to get on the board at all. And doing this, and next turn spending the fish to lay 3 eggs on this guy is going to not only make us catch up, but also overtake. That is, instead of them getting 4 points on us, we are getting 3 points on them. So that's a 7-point swing. So I do think that it's very annoying, but it is also a very good play for us to do it. But just imagine if like 1 of these rerolls we did actually hit something good, then then we would have been at such a good advantage now, and now we're just at bad. We are an okay advantage, but I don't. I'm not too optimistic because the thing we have going for us didn't pay out, and yeah, that's really annoying. We want to have you in the forest. Mainly because I want to be able to move you over here without activating the grasslands again. Okay, so yeah, like I thought he maybe had something like a painted white start or something. We want to be the ones to do the reroll, so I'm going to do it. And of course, now the bird feeder pays up. I will take all of the food that hasn't been available for a while, so the opponent doesn't get any ideas of those food should be available to them, because they can only draw one of these one food at a time here, and if I'm going to overpay for birds, the opponent is going to overpay for birds as well. Okay, they draw the Indigo Bunting. Indigo Bunting could be a really, really good card. They can play it with the food they already have here. It's also a bird they need for the round and goal. They are already a lot in the lead here, and okay, I can't give them the opportunity to get the Indigo Bunting and an Eastern Phoebe, so I will have to steal the Eastern Phoebe. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Maybe it's not too bad. If we can pick up this bronzed cowbird as well, I think we are in really good shape if they choose to focus on their grassland birds. But they haven't played it out yet, so I don't really know what they're doing. Maybe they saw me stealing the Eastern Phoebe, and they didn't want to commit to it before I play mine. I don't intend to play this as a food producer in the grasslands, though. I intend to just lean in on what they already have going here. Okay, they took the cowbird. Sure, that doesn't really do too much for you right now. Cassin's Finch is going to fit bird feeder at least. Not too desperate to pick it up, but I am going to take some food here and move the wren over here so we can draw 2 cards and without having to sacrifice our precious eggs here. So how did you get an egg? I don't remember. Did I lay eggs? Maybe you had an egg from when we played the California Condor ages ago. Yeah, okay. Take a cherry in case we play out the Cassin's Finch later. Take a grain. And we take, I guess, another grain on the red start. Since that's the food the opponent doesn't have access to. And yeah, it was really annoying that I accidentally got that coughing fit at the start of this this episode, because if I'd played the AI, I could just pause. But I can't really just pause the video when I'm playing opponents here, so yeah. Okay, we are looking to pick up Cassin's Finch. I don't hate picking up the House Wren either. And yeah, again, now they play out this guys, and now they are matching me in food production, finally for them, but they are still a lot behind. My food producers are worth a little bit more points, and in general, I feel good here. Do you want to pick up both of these? He's gonna draw 1 card from the deck here. Brewer's Blackbird. That is great pickup. So I mean, it's not that great. We don't have excess card production, so it's not that great. I think it's great because it eats grains and helps it with the bird feeder. Yeah. Let's see. We're at least gonna pick up Cassin's Finch here. Let's keep you in the wetlands for now. And let's see, what are we discarding here? I love the Phoebe because it's 4.4x star nest, but it's not going to be that relevant for the remaining round and goals. I think the opponent has enough advantage that it's going to be too hard for me to catch up in the current round end, so I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that. So I'm going to worry about point generation in future, and the Brewers Blackbird is going to be better for that than the Eastern Phoebe, so I think this is the way here. Then we play out the Cassin's Finch, draw some more cards, and put the Wren back up here. And then we can prepare to push House Wren into Brewers Blackbird, or whatever else we draw up we rather would play. Okay, no, we are playing out the Finch first. Eat eggs out of the Wren, because the red start needs the egg for the current round and goal. And we have cool options here. I'm just gonna... So, Viticulturalist is already 3 points, and could very easily lead us to 7, so I think that's the best card. And Photographer is just far away, and yeah, at best they can get us 6 points, but it's not enough time in the world to make that happen. So let's just make the easy choice here and pick the one that already gives us a benefit here. And there they are playing the bunting. It's going to be hard for us to re-roll the bird feeder, so they can't take food, but yeah, they are decently far behind in developments. I don't really feel that is particularly scary, but it's not great. But I'm really glad I took the Phoebe out of the bird feeder, so they don't have both. Let's draw 2 cards from the deck here. Okay, Spotted Owl and Stellar's Jay. Don't love them for the stuff we need them to do, but they will have to do for now. Worst case, we can push them into the Brewers Blackbird and do some stuff with that for them. I'm gonna cycle the Spotted Owl. It doesn't help with Bird Feeder, and we need that to work. White-faced Ibis is a high scorer, at least. Pick up a fish, pick up a worm, and it's all gravy. Okay, they did not want 2 cherries. So if they pick up 2 cherries, they should have maybe the Baltimore Oriole or the other one, the House Wren. Is that it? That is 2 cherry cost. There are very few 2 cherry cost birds in the game, so or they could just have more cherry birds. So I see the Northern Mockingbird here. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, is that something we want to pick up or not? But yeah, the opponent made that decision really easy for me. They wanted it. It's a Viticulturalist bird, so it could have been good for that. But yeah, I guess Western Tanger is also a Viticulturalist bird for us. But yeah, we want to play out the White-faced Ibis. We want to play out the House Wren and the Brewers Blackbird combo. So let's start by grabbing for food here. So we have the fish. We need 1 more worm for this guy. That's combo is done. Then we need 1 worm, 1 drain, and 1 whatever. So let's take 1 worm. And we're not quite where we can play out all of the stuff here. So you will just have to stay here for now. And we pick up grain, I think. Hang on. No. Undo. We maybe we want to play the Stellar's J next. We know we can use that to get even more food. We know we want to play it for the bird feeder. So it's going to be expensive. Yeah, but we don't need to play this guy yet. We can move the run to the wetlands and get another good thing out of that. Yeah, okay. So we changed our game plan here. It's okay. So we can play the Stellar's J, we can draw some more cards, and we can use these additional cards to feed the Blackbird down the line. But we also need to just respect the fact that we need to get online for round 3 goal as well. Maybe what we do is we play out the House Wren first, then the Brewer's Blackbird. Eat the red start. Eat a grain. Yeah, so now we can pick up cards while moving the Wren over to the grasslands, and then we can push a lot of resources into our grasslands, and opponents can have 5 eggs here. They can have 5 eggs here really fast, but we have a max of 11 eggs when we do this. So we should be able to beat the opposition on production to make that happen. And when we are done, we can just move the Wren to the forest if the opponent can't catch us. I don't think we're ever doing 8 birds with grain here, so not too eager on following through on that. Then it's just that we need white-faced ibis here to lock down 4 points, and then it's just a matter of, can we find one more bird? We would love to play either in the wetlands or in the grasslands, so we can lock in 6 points on ecologist. And that could be like a spotted sandpiper. It's really easy to play out. It's 5 points for a single food. I don't think we need for it to be very cheap, since we do have access to I guess now they are at 8 eggs. I don't love the Ferengis Hawk. Yeah, let's draw all from deck and see what pops up. Bobolink A, you give us 2 eggs. Yeah, you're not that good. Move you to the grasslands and cycle the Bobolink here. We can pick up the Sandpiper. Then we can play White-Faced Sandpiper Burp Burp. That's very easy, and we can just and then we play Stellar's J over here and take some food, lay eggs. I don't hate that game plan. I'd love for it to be an actual good bird to play there, but yeah, I guess it would have been better with the Greater Prairie Chicken. Put it here, get another bonus card. Then the Wren could help us draw 4 cards, and at the end of the final round, we just put them back here to the wetlands. Could have been a good thing. I guess we also need some cards to tuck to the Bruce Blackbird here. So maybe we're not playing the Spotted Sandpiper anyway. Another question is, do we spend food here? And I think I do, because every time we lay eggs at this place, we have the opportunity to turn one of the foods we have into into a point instead. And it's like you can do it through that, and you can do it through playing birds. and I think it's going to be worth it. We are maybe going to have to draw cards once more, but excess cards go into Brewer's Blackbird and become points anyway, so I don't hate that anyway. Yeah. Okay. Put eggs into the house wren. Sack the worm, since that is one of the easier ones to get. Put another card in there, another egg in there. You are staying. You are eating this card. And it's very nice for us because we know that the opponent can get 9 eggs, we can get 11. So as long and they are going before us, so we have the final turn of the round. We always know we know that we can win this unless like the opponent plays an egg producing bird here that they can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs laid, so they get up to I guess they get up to 10 eggs if they do that. And they don't even do that, they just play a random bronzed cowbird now, which further incentivizes us to not lay eggs and play birds instead, and sure, I'm all for that. So let's utilize this brief respite where they're not trying to beat us to draw some relevant foods instead, and we need worms and grains. So they can get 4, 5 eggs up to 8 if we move. Yeah. Don't pull back too much. We are good here. Okay, then they lay eggs, so they're up to 7, and then it's fine for me. I can, or they're gonna go up to 8, I guess, so they force us to lay more eggs, but yeah, it doesn't really matter for us. We can easily afford to, lay more eggs here. We need to match their 8, so we can't move the wren about, but that is fine. We can move him later. That is 8 eggs. Put 1 egg into the red start as well. I think I'm gonna keep the food for now. I think we only have one more food gain action in us. Maybe we're never playing the Starless J here. It is dawning on me that is more and more. No, I guess we want to play it since it's 5 plus 3 points, so it's an 8 pointer. We have to keep you around. Let's take 2 points now rather than 7 points later. Okay, maybe that's a bad decision there. Maybe we should have eaten the white-faced instead. Well, I guess the king rail could be, or the pie build could be decent shouts here. This is a 5-point play for 2 food. So there's like the Stellar J, White-Faced Ibis, and a ring-billed gull. All in all would be 8 foods. We have 5, so that means 1 more turn of gathering food. So I like the idea of that. Eat 1 egg off here so we can draw additional cards. Nutcracker, is that something we want to play rather than Stellus J? Probably not. They are basically the same card. Yeah. And a mountain chickadee. Wait. Are we just stupid? We have 4 actions left in the game. And we... yeah, it looks like we are pretty much very stupid here. We should not have sacked an egg here, I think, because we need to spend some turns to actually lay eggs. Opponents can currently have 6 egg in the forest. We can have 6. So we do want to play the Stellar's Jade. That's just given. And I'd also love to play the white-faced ibis, but maybe it's just the ring-billed gull and these 2 guys get sucked to the bruised blackbird instead. We need to do some actual math on this here. At least we know that the mountain chickadee is never getting played, so we can easily afford to just look desperate here and play just these birds. I don't think we need to make this decision on this yet. So, like, the opponent has a really good egg-laying scheme going on here, but they only have egg capacity left for 9 more eggs. So they should have some kind of plan to catch up or defeat me in this scenario here. But I'm not going to show my hand just quite yet, I think. Also, it's just nice to eat eggs off these kinds of birds that have limited egg capacity. I want to lay eggs myself. So just doing this once, then playing the Stellar's Jade at least gives us the opportunity to not max out this guy. Okay, they play another bird. They play a red-eyed vireo. That probably means that they're going to get a lot harder for us to win the round and goal. This guy matches this guy. And okay, this guy is a very high scoring bird. We thought a little bit about this guy earlier, so it's a shame that he is coming here to ruin our plans. But at least my Stellar J here is matching the red-eyed vireo for their egg capacity, and my Bevix Wren will cheat out a cheeky 3 more eggs over here and beating out the egg capacity for this guy. So these 2 match these 3, and this matches this, and this beats out this one when I secretly lay that final egg round there. Hopefully they don't catch that is my game plan. But yeah, okay, so we need to lay 1 egg here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need to lay 4 eggs actually to be able to win. So I think that 6-point swing is more important than getting 2 more points out of ecologist here. Okay, it looks a little bit bad now, but it's also fine. Now we know we want to spend our foods to lay eggs rather than to play a bird, so it's fine. Okay, copy that. Opponent gets to lay eggs in stuff, and we have 2 more cards to tuck to the bruised blackbird. So they're still getting us points. We're not stuck with them in our hands here. But yeah, the opponent has certainly played a very good game. And so, like, what kind of bonus card do they have? They could have had Forester. They can have Wetlands. They can't have Viticulturist because we have that. They can have one of the specific nest types since they have a lot of star nests. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they can have that they max score on. So probably our 3 bonus cards will match their 1 bonus card. So I think that if we just make sure to have an about equal score when we finish next turn. Of course, we're not going to do that because they're going to lay 6 more eggs twice, so they're gonna have. No, they can only take. They're taking food. Why on earth would you take food? Didn't you have enough food to play whatever bird you still had left in your hands? Okay, that's just very weird. Okay, but that guarantees that we win the final round, and not going to complain on that. We get to spend all of our resources, which is very, very good. They get to play another bird. I'm guessing they have a puffin or something, or maybe they have. If they have a great egret into a puffin, that is really, really strong. They could have something like that, or yeah. But if they don't have that, I think we have an okay shot. They're gonna play something, that is for certain, because they wouldn't take food unless they plan to play something. Maybe they were too confident that they would win the final round and goal and didn't pay attention to our Wren's ability to move habitats. Because if they had that, they will have played something here and just laid eggs this turn. They can't do that anymore because they don't have 1 action left. So yeah, that's also like, by me postponing to play the Stellus J there, we don't inform them that we have that play. Okay, yeah, they do have the puffin. So this guy has a decent chunk of cards he can hit. Any of the habitats, any fishery manager, wetland scientist, forester. So yeah. It's my 3 bonus cards versus his 2 bonus cards, and I think that he has a good chance to hit something. He hits bird counter, okay, and fishery manager, yeah, okay. We take those. So we needn't worry at all. Well, he only hits 79 points there, and we have such a weird final tableau here. But it's not the way I would like to play, but it's just the way this game turned out. The round ends, we did what we could to win those, and yeah, I think the final sneaking of the 4th round end here was pretty crucial. If the opponent had caught that and played another bird here and they won, that will mean that they get a 7 and I get a 4, and that's a 6-point swing, and we win with a 4-point margin. So yeah, of course, if the opponent just hits any good bonus card on the puffin, they also have a good chance to win. But I don't know if they hit Fishy Manager this turn or on the puffin, or if they started with that. I'm guessing they started with it because they played both the Clock's Greb and the black turn really early, so it makes sense that they had Fishy Manager there, and I think they would have considered pick up some of the other cards if they started with the bird counter from the start. But yeah, okay, I can finally breathe again. It looked good in the start with a red start, California Condor and American Coot, but the opponent had stuff going for them all the way here, and they had solid ways to convert their stuff to points. They had a solid grasslands, and I think if they just utilized the grasslands instead of that random take food and play puffin play, I think they would have been in a much better shape. Also, I'm pretty sure they could have played the puffin with the food they just had at the start of that round, so because they have 5 surplus food now, and they draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foods that turn. So yeah, it's like they had at least 1 fish, and then you can just overpay for it. So opponent definitely misplay there. It looks like opponents in the middle of 300s can all still misplay, but that is fine. Nobody is perfect, not even people who play competitive for fun. With that, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the competitive Wingspan series, please consider liking the video, commenting on it, what you like and stuff like that. I love the feedback. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, you guys take care.